December settles on the street again. Cold light bends on soaked asphalt. Raindrops trace their quiet paths down the window. I don't wipe away. The room stays still, the city hums. Something old begins to stir. I didn't call for any memory. It just knows this time of year. Every sound gets a little closer when the air turns thin and clear. December raindrops on the window, falling slow, refusing rest. They blur the lights into a language I never learned but never left. What once felt warm in passing moments now stays longer than it should. I remember heat inside your coat, hands hidden from the weather, laughter fading into breath as if the night would last forever. Now the cold lives in the walls, even silence feels dressed in rain. Hey. Distant thunder barely speaks, soft lightning cuts and disappears. Every flash returns a fragment of a voice I almost hear. December raindrops keep their rhythm on the glass against my time. They fall like thoughts without direction, gentle, endless, undefined. Nothing breaks, nothing shatters. It just stays and stays and stays. The weather doesn't know my name, still it finds me every year. It opens doors I didn't lock and leaves them standing there. I don't fight what comes with rain, I just let it have its way. December raindrops feel much colder now that I know what they bring. They carry hours I remember and nights that never learn to end. I don't ask them to move on, I just wait until they fade. The guitar slows, the rain remains, light stretched thin then disappear. December breathes against the window and the silence stays right here. chord fades in the dark, like lights learning how to dim. We smile easy in crowded rooms, say the right lines hit the marks. Laughter lands where it's supposed to, plays its part, hides the cracks. Everyone sees what we show them, the time and the charm, the cues. But every night the drive goes quiet, words stay folded in our throats. We take off pieces of the day and carry home the parts we don't. This is the curtain call for us. No cheers, no final scene, just two voices low roaring what they no longer mean. We played it well, we played it long, till truth got tired of the sound. It's kinda now to end the act, then bow and keep lying down. At home the walls don't ask for smiles, they know the shape of our silence. We sit across familiar space, reading nothing, turning pages. The script stays closed on the table, we don't reach for it anymore. There's a calm in finally seeing what we've both been too polite to say. The longest run doesn't make a play more honest when it fades. So this is the curtain call for us. Lights on the stage have gone, no applause we need to wait for, no right or wrong to lean on. We're not breaking, we're not lost, we're just done pretending through. Sometimes mercy wears the quiet of knowing when you're through. No blame left to carry out, no lines to defend. We don't need a final moment, just an honest end. You look relieved, I feel it too, like setting something down. We don't hold hands, we don't pull back, we just let the truth sit now. This was the curtain call for us, no sorrow left to prove. What stayed behind the spotlight was the bravest thing we do. We don't need to stay and wave or wait for one last sound. The show is over gently, so we turn and walk it out. The stage goes dark, the room stays still, costumes left without a name. The curtain falls not to applause, but peace that feels the same. A slow jagged guitar line cuts the air, low drums breathe, thread beneath restraint. You stood close enough to borrow my breath, called it loyalty, called it trust. We laughed at the same quiet jokes I I defended you without pause. Your voice never changed its color. That's what made it work. I felt the room shift without a sound. Something leaned in from behind. Every kindness started weighing more once the shape of it aligned. That was a dagger in a hug, arms around me, blade held still. No blood, no scene, just pressure. Learning where to aim and feel. You smile like nothing happened, like damage doesn't leave a mark. I didn't fall from the wound, I fell from knowing who you are. You spoke my name like it was safe. Used my back as common ground. Took what needed silence to steal. Left the truth face down. Every favor had a shadow. Every night concealed a cost. I see the mask now, how it fits, how comfort learns to lie. Familiar voices turn to static when the trust inside them dies. That was a dagger in a hug, soft grip, steady hand. You knew exactly where to stand, so I wouldn't understand. No rage left to entertain, no question left to ask. Just the echo of your closeness and the weight behind the mask. I won't shout your name in anger. I won't drag this through the light. You don't deserve the noise of me, just the absence when I'm gone. Some cuts don't need forgiveness, they need distance to survive. Another dagger in a hug, that's how I'll remember you. Not the laughter, not the days, just the damage dressed as truth. I don't carry this to haunt you, I don't carry it to win. I set it down and walk away, knowing where you've been. Room stays quiet, I don't look back. Your silence fits you better now. Warm court settles like dusk, light resting on the edge of home. He comes in with a day on his shoulders, boots by the door, breath held low. Dust still clings to his jacket, like the road won't let him go. He nods once, sets his keys down, says my name without a sound. His hands look older than his face, lines scarred by honest hours. I don't ask where the strength comes from, I just feel it in the room. There's a quiet kind of glory that never has to shine. It stands up straight in worn out clothes and measures time in nights. No banners, no stories told, just a backbone holding through. If there's honor in this life, it's in the things you do. I remember shoes laid by my bed, still smelling like the store. He said nothing, just watched me smile, then leaned back by the door. His dinner cooled, his eyes stayed tired, but tomorrow showed up new. a quiet kind of glory that doesn't fade with time. It lives in dusk and early mornings in a life built line by line. Strength has a steady voice, it sounds like coming home. Not looking back for praise or proof, just knowing you were enough. There's a quiet kind of glory that never has to shine. It stands up straight in worn out clothes and measures time in nights. No banners, no stories told, just a backbone holding through. If there's honor in this life, it's in the things you do. The house goes still, the light goes down. He rests where the long day ends. I walk ahead on borrowed ground, with his silence in my hands.
Guitar breeze in slow suspension, calm surface weight underneath. We love like fire in closed rooms, too bright, nowhere to run. Every word came armed and ready, sharp with the need to win. We held each other in the fallout, calling it passion, calling it true. Every silence grew its own edges, every touch learned how to bruise. We kept reaching for the sky with hands that only knew how to choose wrong. We tried to fly on fractured wings, still lifting, still in pain. Every rise became a collision, every fall said our names. This isn't hate, this isn't quitting, it's mercy wearing your face. Love shouldn't feel like bleeding every time we try to stay. I won't say you were the reason, I won't say I was clean. We carved our pride into each other, left no space to breathe. Every scar was mutual, every wound learned us both. We kept calling damage honesty, kept confusing hurt with depth. If staying means we keep breaking, then leaving is what's left. We tried to fly on fractured wings, still reaching through the cracks. Every promise bent under pressure, every future fought back. This isn't love losing its meaning, it's love knowing when to stop. Before the fall becomes fatal, before we lose what's left of us. I still love you in the quiet, where the fights can't follow through. Distance isn't punishment, it's protection for us both. Letting go is not surrender, it's choosing not to destroy. We won't fly on fractured wings, not like this, not again. We lay them down between us, so we both
disturbed by a door. The light comes in but doesn't stay. It slides along the floor and leaves. Silent walls don't ask my name, they just keep what they receive. Footprints fade where we once stood. The air still knows how we move. Nothing speaks yet, everything feels closer than before. The quiet starts to lean on me like weight against the door. Room 13 holds its breath, louder than we ever were. Every echo never said still circles where it hurt. No voices left, no sound to blame, just absence learning how to stay. The bed remembers how we lay, two shadows sharing heat. Arguments still bruise the corner, soft words trapped underneath. Night stretches longer on the walls, we'll have to learn how to fall. I hear the quiet shift its shape each time I start to move, like something here is listening to everything I don't know. 13 keeps the noise of everything we try to hide. Tender heads and sharper turns, still living side by side. No forgiveness, no release, just memory let a voice. We forget more than we admit, but rooms don't lose a thing. They keep the damage and the love and call it remembering. Room 13 doesn't ask for time, it only holds the past. Shadows stretch, then overlap. Nothing here moves fast. I don't fight the stillness now, I let it have its way. The door shuts off, the sound is thin, like it doesn't wanna stay. Room 13 keeps the silence after I walk away. ticks like a clock with teeth.
Rooted strings hum, cold authority. I learned how to shake the right hand, say less, mean more, stand tall. Watch my name climb the walls while you're slipped out of the cause. Every room knew how to open, every door knew my face. I wore the weight like armor, called the pressure grace. The higher I stood, the quieter it got. Applause thinned into air. Every echo asked me something I wasn't prepared to hear. So bow to the king of nothing. Crown fits clean and cold. Golden seat in an empty room. Heavy shine, no hold. I rule the silence perfectly. No rivals left to fight. I won everything they promised. Lost the one thing right. We used to measure time in glances. Now it's numbers on a screen. I traded warm for polished, something sharp for something seen. I don't blame fate or hunger. I signed every line. I knew what I was choosing. I just didn't read the fine. There's no one here to question, no one left to doubt. Victory sounds different when there's no one to hear it out. Still the king of nothing, standing taller than before. Echoes clapping off the walls that don't lead anywhere anymore. Every title weighs in ounces, every promise feels rehearsed. I mastered all the right moves, just not the universe. I don't miss the chaos, I don't miss the fight. I miss the way your silence never felt this wide. If power had a heartbeat, I'd know when it stopped. Somewhere between the throne and the life I swore. Now crown the king of nothing. Let the metal touch my skin. I wear it like a question I never answered then. No rage left to perform, no truth left to defend. Just a ruler with no kingdom and no one to command. The room stays still, the lights stay on. Gold reflects but gives no warmth to sit where winning ends. King of nothing, crowned in silence. Crowned in silence. Crowned in silence. Guitar drifts like light without edges. I still say your name out loud when the evening learns to rest. Not to summon, not to call, just to see where it settles. The room answers in a softer way, as if you never really left.
stillness, like a curtain made of air. I don't cross, I don't reach through, I just meet you there. There's a love beyond the veil. It doesn't rise or fall. It lives inside the pauses between the world and all. No answers asked, no debts to pay, no reason to pretend. Love learned another language when it couldn't stay till the end. I stopped asking where you are, or why you had to go. Some truths don't need a place, they only need to be known. What we were didn't disappear, it changed the way it breathes. Eternity doesn't feel so far when you're this close to me. There's a love beyond the veil, more calm than it is bright. It walks beside my quiet days and keeps me through the night. I don't hold on, I don't let go, I stand where we still meet. Love isn't gone, it's only moved beyond what eyes can see. I lower my voice, the dark listens in. Stillness answers like a prayer. Love remains, not asking why. Waiting quietly everywhere. Low distortion drags the ground, a pulse like boots on stone. I came in with a folded map and a name no one could place. Stars were gone, replaced by wires, neon humming in my face. Asphalt learned my way real quick, hope thinned with every step. Hunger started speaking louder than the voice I used to trust. Every wall leaned in a little, every promise gathered dust. I'm learning how to bare my teeth in a city made of bone. Concrete teaches quiet lessons, you survive here on your own. Claws grow slow where hands once waited. Night becomes my second skin. I didn't come here as a predator, but I'm becoming one. Days are traded for small victories, coins, receipts, a place to stand. Kindness costs more than it pays here. Soft words slip through calloused hands. Eyes don't meet unless they measure what you're worth or what you lack. I feel the edges setting in where mercy used to breathe. Pressure sharpens every instinct until instinct feels like need. I'm learning how to bare my teeth, not in anger, not in pride, just enough to keep the ground from swallowing me alive. Neon nights replace the stars, hunger drums beneath my ribs. I didn't come here as a predator, but the city doesn't give. reflection in the glass, don't recognize the stance. Shoulders set for impact now, eyes that don't ask chance. Something soft to stay behind, no funeral, no sound. You don't lose yourself all at once, you shed it pound by pound. Now I walk with measured steps through teeth and shadowed zones. Concrete remembers everything, it knows me by my bones. I don't hunt for thrill or glory, I don't dream of getting out. I'm shaped by what I'm standing in, predator by trade. Asphalt cools under tired boots, night keeps going, so do I. No ending here, just moving on with claws I didn't ask for, in a city that never sleeps. Slide guitar breeze through dust, a harmonica hums like fading light. He sits where the sidewalk bends, back against a peeling wall. A guitar older than the weather, resting like a loyal friend. Rust along its edges shines where hands have been unstayed. Every note bends under weight of years that learn to last. His breath turns slow into a tune that never looks back. These rust and strings keep talking when words won't come around. A lifetime folded into chords pressed low against the ground. Chords ring soft on concrete like punctuation marks. This isn't music for the moment, it's a story told in scars. A broken string snaps mid-pause. He ties it, plays it thin. Songs of roads that didn't keep him, love that left its print. Passing feet don't change their rhythm, neon starts to bloom. Every change in harmony knows a different name. Lost its quiet in his pocket, right beside the flame. These rust and strings keep talking through the noise, through passing nights. Each band holds something buried, each chord still knows its fight. No stage lights, no conclusions, just breath against the dark. A witness made a melody, and memory held hard. Never asked to be remembered, never needed ears to stay. If the song survives the evening, that's enough to face the day. The street learns all his verses, even if it doesn't speak. These rusting strings keep talking with a heavier kind of truth. Time has worn the finish down, but not the proof. Corn settle into silence as the night pulls tight. An epic told to no one, still echoing just right. One last chord, let's go. Footsteps fade, the night